next to go. I checked the line. Who's next to go?
Bondzee Live. Bondzee on YouTube.
Can't believe it. We're here in D.C. I've been in D.C. for a while, and all the shows are great. But and guess what I run into?
Washington, D.C.
Look at this. Guess who I run into? This guy right here. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
We just opened a
brand
new
new
store.
Chocolate Trump. There's chocolate right there. Chocolate.
Chocolate.
And guess what's behind me? More chocolate. Chocolate.
That's why they call it Chocolate
I
City.
can't believe we're here. Can you believe it? We're recording each other. There's Chocolate Trump, and then there's me. And I can't believe it, man. And you know what? That wig, it's sold out. Everybody wanted to be Trump. They wanted to be Donald. I couldn't believe it.
I bought 5.
I know. Spider-Man didn't sell out as fast as I did.
He could never.
He didn't. All the other costumes didn't sell out. But my wig, people want to be me. You know, it's just like Mike. I want to be like Mike. They want to be like Donald. That's so funny. Look at this. Look at this guy.
We're having a great time.
We're in D.C. D.C. is District of Columbia.
I love Colombians.
Do you love Colombians?
I do.
I love Colombians too. I don't know why Colombians are not here. It's the District of Columbia.
I haven't seen a single one.
It's the District of Columbia, but you don't see Colombians. I don't understand.
¿Qué pasa?
Even though I've gotten rid of lots of Latinos, but we are the District of Columbia. Where are the Colombians? Muy malo.
No me gusta.
No me gusta. I can't believe it. We're here.
How are you? Welcome to the show. It's Trippin With Bondzee. It's Bondzee Live. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. No, not Twitter anymore. I keep forgetting that. But yeah, they're done. How are you? It's been a minute. Episode 336 of this crazy, stupid show. Make sure you go subscribe at all the social medias, YouTube channel, all that stuff. And yeah, listen, here we go. Trippin With Bondzee's back. We got a great show for you tonight. About 3 hours ago, I had the most wonderful chat with a couple of fellas from Harmonies, Rylan, Whalen, and Danny Lopez, lead singer, guitarist, respectively. Joined me. We had a wonderful chat. They played us a couple tunes live, acoustic, and I think you're going to love it. So we'll get to that a little later. We're sort of going to reverse things because I couldn't do it live, so we pre-recorded. And anyways, you know how it goes. They got a brand new album out. It's called Afterlife. The single's called Afterlife as well. We're going to get into it all tonight. The boys are awesome, and I'm really looking forward to chatting with them or watching you listen to me. What you know the fuck I mean. Anyways, it's been a while. I'm rusty. Whatever. Oh, you know what? We're going to get to so much stuff tonight. My first bodybuilding competition has finally come and passed. What an absolutely legendary experience. To get to go out there on this. Listen, we'll get to it all, okay? We'll get to the bodybuilding competition. I'll tell you where I placed in both my categories. We'll get to, in case you don't know, and then we'll get to the aftermath of what happened a couple days after competing in my first bodybuilding competition, which includes a couple trips to the Emerge and some forthcoming surgery. So we'll get to all that as well. The Worlds, though, this weekend, I did qualify. Spoiler. And I can't wait. It's amazing because like so much has happened since qualifying for the Worlds in Hamilton 2 Saturdays ago to even today. And the fact that I get to go, and I think I still get to go. Hopefully we'll get to it all. Okay. It's coming up. But I'm going as it stands. We are also, I think I'm somewhere around 9, 10, 11 days from leaving for Nicaragua for good. I was supposed to actually fly out Monday. That's not happening. It's a long story. Losing a flight. Got to eat that one. We'll get into all that as well. Speaking of flights, my son is now halfway across the world to continue to go further halfway across the world. He just finished a 16-hour flight. He's got another day of traveling to go to get to the far end of Thailand for the next 6 months with his girlfriend. Super proud of him. I thought, here he is right here. What a legend. Flight 1, 16 hours, check, done. Flight number 2, initiate. They're on their way. They're going to have the time of their lives. So happy for both of them. And I wish them nothing but great success on this journey. Make sure you follow along at _Brad_Bond. He's a wicked social media guy. He's going to be producing so much content. You're going to love it. He's a real deal. He'll be doing magic over there, some Muay Thai fighting, making some music. Hopefully not babies, you know what I'm saying? Too young to be a fucking grandpa yet, okay? No, I'm not ready. But no, all in good fun. Listen, we got so much more coming up. Dummies of the week as well. Of course, I got some beauty videos for you. And Jace. We'll get into a bit of Jace talk too. Heartbreaker. But listen, got to be proud. Clicks for the boys. We'll get into a bit of Jace talk too coming up in a bit. All right, super. All right, guests coming up include Harley Olivia, amazing female Canadian musician who up and quit her job as a long time, or I guess mid-time sort of flight attendant for a major airline, and was like, you know what? Toodaloo, fuck you, fuck corporate, see you later. I'm going to go be a musician. She's crushing it. She's got an amazing voice. She's got an amazing stage presence. And she's coming on the show soon. You'll love her. Plus, Andy Colionico. Love this guy. Wicked, amazing musician out of the Niagara Falls region. Singer-songwriter, drummer. There's nothing this guy can't do. Funny as hell, too. Good dude. And, go follow him along on Instagram for sure. He's going to be coming on the show soon. Plus, interview with Econoline Crush. Cannot wait for that. It's supposed to be a sit-down interview live with the boys when they're here on their cross-Canada tour coming up November 18th. They'll be in Hamilton. I might not be here anymore, so we'll see how that goes. It might not be live. It'll still happen. I can't wait to talk to the boys. Absolutely crushing it on the road right now. Go follow along with them on the social medias too, because what a time they're having. And such great music. Nostalgic too. Great band from the 90s and now back crushing it. Great new music. So, go check them out. Oh, man. We are what? It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 3 days out from competing in Worlds. Okay. Before I get to that, I got to do the sponsor because you know them, you love them. It's my favorite place in the world. It's Shakespeare's Fine Dining, folks. Just on the outskirts of downtown Hamilton. Pretty much is downtown Hamilton. Depends who you ask. It is literally the best place to go and eat in Ontario. Okay? The best steak and seafood. The wine selection is amazing. The dessert afterward, save some room, okay, bro? Because you're going to be getting some. Especially if you take your girlfriend there, or your girlfriend takes your boyfriend, and then you'll be, you know how it goes. Anyways, just go, okay? But please, if you do, make a reservation or you ain't getting in. It's 905-528-0689 or go to www.shakespeares.ca. Make a rezo. Go have the time of your life. Thank me later. Tell them Bondzee sent you. All right? Super. Love you. Love them. And you'll love them too. Okay? Right on. Here we go. Man. What a crazy 4.5 months this has been leading up to, I guess 2 Saturdays ago now when I finally got to compete in my first bodybuilding competition. So for those who are wondering and asking, I ended up not going to Chicago for a myriad of reasons, but first and foremost was the fact that I'm new to this, and then I would have had to have done Chicago, then my original one, Hamilton, a week later, excuse me, which is a world qualifier. I'm roasting, by the way. Sorry. And then Worlds 2 weeks later. And so my coach, who's been at this a long time, was pretty smart in saying, hey, listen, and we haven't booked our flights yet for Chicago. Why don't we not go to Chicago, focus on Hamilton to get you to qualify for the Worlds, hopefully, right? And so that's what we did. Thank you so much, Mr. Spires. Truly appreciate you and all the kind words and support, bro. You the man. So we decided not to go to Chicago, focus on Hamilton. It worked. I was in 2 categories. So one, physique. So it's for smaller fellas like myself who are jacked, have a beautiful physique, but aren't these muscle gorilla dudes that are, 6 foot, 200 and 250 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So there's physique, and then there's the next up, classic physique, and then the bodybuilder guys. So anyways, I was in the physique, placed second. Super, super proud of that to take home the silver. The guy that won, absolutely jacked. 55 years old, former military, 20, 22, 23 years in the service. His wife's a nutritionist. He's been at this a long time, and you could tell. It wasn't even close. As soon as that motherfucker took his shirt off downstairs when we were getting ready to pump some iron and get bumped up for the stage. I just knew. I was like, okay, I ain't winning, but I'm going for second, and that's what happened. So it was pretty cool. And then the other category was the transformation category that only noobs can do, and you can only do it once. It's called a complete transformation. So you walk out on stage, and on a massive screen behind you is you fat at your fattest, and so the judges have a picture of it. They see it on the screen, and then you come out and do 6 poses, whilst the announcer guy tells your 2-minute bio, and explains sort of your transformation, what you've gone through, and blah 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 blah. Anyways, I think out of 6 or 7 dudes in that category, I think I came second. That was mind-blowing because it was really hard to hear everybody's story, because what happened was I had to go out on stage first out of the 6 other dudes behind me, right? So you go out, you do your 6 poses, 3 different spots, and then you go to the back of the stage and you stand there and you're like, but you're smiling and like you're not in pain, but you look like and feel like you have to take a massive shit. Every muscle in your body is contracted to the nines, and fuck, it felt like forever standing there. So it was really hard to focus and listen to everybody's story. But what I heard from everybody, like, everybody has their own shit, right? And that's true in this whole entire world. But the guy that won, absolutely incredible. He lost 150 pounds compared to my 65. But it wasn't just about the amount of weight loss. It was the whole package of the story, and obviously your physique and stuff. He was nowhere near as jacked as I was at all overall. Bigger dude, less defined, but fuck, the journey, like to lose 150 pounds clicks for that guy. He came first, I came second. That qualified me for Worlds in Toronto this week. What an amazing experience. Let me show you some pictures. Let me show you some pictures of my teammates. Like, these girls, holy shit, I'm so proud of them. They're from CBT Gym out of Penetanguishene under Coach Heather Burbage. I think she's won Coach of the Year 5 or 6 times now in the UFE. Former competitor as well. She's an amazing human being. There she is right there with the girls on the left. And like, look, smoke shows. Each and every one of those ladies did so amazing. I know 2 of the girls there got their pro cards last 2 Saturdays ago. And then some others won medals and placed in or going to Worlds as well. So massive clicks to those beautiful, beautiful ladies. They all work so hard. Like, this is no fucking walk in the park, man. Easily the hardest thing I've ever done. And I've done some pretty hard things. Quitting drinking for coming up on 2 years now is pretty fucking hard. but it was nowhere near as hard as bodybuilding. I guess at the start it was sort of hard, just changing my whole mindset and lifestyle. But to be able to walk out on that stage and look like that, and look and feel like a fucking boss. Like, God damn it. I'm so proud of what I accomplished. From this fat lard Can you hear me now? Anyways, I sorry, I got thrown off there. Something just went bazook between my phone and my microphone. Anyways, as I was saying, I kept waiting to get butterflies. Like, I get more nervous interviewing like musicians and bands on here, or even just doing a show. Sometimes my heart gets a pumping, right? And I kept waiting for that to happen. And now I'm not downstairs anymore. We're up at side stage. We're going on the stage for 5 minutes or less, still on the ground, pumping. I'm waiting for these butterflies. I'm like, okay, well, fuck, don't come. Name's called, go out on stage, fucking strut it there like a champ. And then it was like, whammo. And it wasn't butterflies. It was a massive rush of adrenaline that I have never experienced before. Not singing in a band in high school, which was a pretty cool rush. not so many things. And I've done some pretty cool fucking things. Walking across that stage, looking and feeling how I did, and pulling off my poses, was one of the greatest fucking feelings of my life. And it was so cool. Like, and at first I felt I had so much adrenaline ripping through my body that when you pose and the adrenaline is going so much, you overpose and you look like fucking Michael J. Fox. You know what I mean? No offense to Michael, love the guy. But and I felt like I thought I embarrassed myself. Like beyond, I got off that stage and I was like, I wanted to choke myself because I was uncontrollable. I couldn't stop the shaking when I was doing my 6 poses in the different stats in the different spots, right? Holy shit. So I get off stage, I'm freaking out. My kids text me and they're like, Dad, that was fucking awesome. I'm so proud of you. Holy shit, you looked amazing. I'm like, boys, sorry, I was shaking so bad. I must have looked like an idiot. And they're like, what are you talking about? Anyways, I snuck out and went and saw them for a few minutes, and I got to see the video, and you couldn't tell at all from the crowd that I like literally felt like I was shaking like this, my whole entire body. But what an experience, I'll tell you. And it's funny because leading up to this, people kept asking me a lot was, are you ever going to do this again? Like, is this something you're going to keep doing? And I was like, honestly, I don't really know, because I know this. The training is hard as shit. The discipline is insane. I don't love it, that part of it, but I kind of do, because honestly, it flew by. It kept me so goddamn regimented. I guess the biggest thing I don't like is the time-consuming factor of it all. The cooking 5 meals a fucking day, the workouts, the cardio, like that, that's not a big deal, but it's the cooking and eating that just seems to, you're either cooking and eating or eating and cooking. It just never stops. Anyways, but after competing on stage, though, I was like, holy fucking shit, I hope I make Worlds. Like, I couldn't wait. And then when I did, I was like, okay, fuck yeah. Then I told my coach I might not be going because I was supposed to fly out to Nicaragua on that day. And she's like, you're going to Worlds, motherfucker. And so I qualified. I decided to go. And then Sunday I get home. I have a wonderful day off. I got to have some Osmos, some chocolate, which was wonderful. And I literally laid on the couch the entire day and did nothing but watch sports and movies and shows. And it was wonderful. And then Monday, I think it was late Sunday night, Monday morning, I started to not feel so wonderful. And at first it felt like I had pulled an ab muscle, my middle left ab. It directly hurt, like right across the whole ab, which you can see crystal clear. And I was just like, fuck this. I haven't had this before. This sucks. It's really bugging me. And then so I, of course, being a dude, I just let it go. I went to the gym. We had to start back on Tuesday morning. And so I went to the gym Tuesday morning, did my workout. It sucked. Cardio, I couldn't even do the sprints because I was in so much pain in my abdomen. So I just did like cardio walk. And then I finally caved and text coach. And I was like, I think Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. And I said, listen, I've got a problem. I've got this massive pain in my belly. I think I pulled a stomach muscle or whatever. And she goes, okay, we'll start icing it. Stop working out, take a rest day or two. And so I did that. And I got worse. And so Friday I ended up in at the Merge walking clinic down the road here and had an what do you call that thingy? The wand thing, ultrasound. Anyways, turns out that I have a popped hernia, umbilical hernia in my belly button. And that's what it was stuck out, if you will, and was unable to get itself back in. And that's what was causing all the pain. So he said, if it gets worse, go to your merge. And if it doesn't, just wait for the results and we'll call you in a couple of days. So the next morning it's super worse. I got wicked back pain now, which felt like a kidney stone pain, but not on kidney stone level. Anyways, I'm sort of rambling here, but trying to just fit it all in. So I go to Emerge, tell them what happened yesterday. They were like, okay, well, we think there might be some other things going on. So I have a CT scan. They're like, okay, so definitely you have a hernia. Most of it is popped back in now, so it's not sort of dire straits because it wasn't your colon sticking out, thankfully. But we also found a massive kidney stone in your left kidney. And we think that's what might be causing the pain in your flank, in the back, right? So anyways, they sent me home with some painkillers. They're like, you got to see a surgeon right away. So go back and see the first doctor who called while I was at Emerge and said, we could definitely see the hernia sticking out. You don't need surgery right away, but you need surgery soon to get this fixed. Or because if it's your colon that pops out next instead of the fatty intestine or whatever, then you're going to be in big fucking trouble. So it was a horrendous, I went from the highest of fucking highs, walking off that stage, celebrating that night with my buddy, Phil Malzer, who came to celebrate with his buddy. I think there I am having some pizza, which was absolutely joyous. Shout out to Cowabunga Pizza in Hamilton. Smashed back a couple slices there, and it was delicious. Had a bit of chocolate that night. Next day, like I said, some Osmos, a bit more chocolate. Nothing crazy because you can't go nuts, right? So, yeah, so it was super special. And then, fuck, I forget. I brought up Bab and pizza, and I lost my train of thought. Anyways, it is what it is. Oh, yeah, shitty week. Oh, yeah, from the highs to highs, like craziness, euphoria. Just enjoying it the next day on the couch and finally getting to rest. Knowing you don't have to cook 5 times. No fucking gym today. No cardio, no nothing. And then Monday and the rest of the week and all weekend sucked. And not only that, now WestJet has turned into complete assholes and won't allow my dog on the plane, which is a huge problem. They won't allow me to change my flight, which I already paid for. Even with a medical note from the hospital saying that I had this medical emergency and it requires surgery and blah, blah, blah. They still said no. So WestJet, you can go fuck yourselves. Thank you for nothing. Complete waste of time dealing with you guys. As usual, like it seems like more times than not, I have a problem with WestJet. Is what it is. Welcome to the corporate world where they just don't give a fuck about you, me, or anybody else except themselves. You know what I'm saying? Good. All right. Next. I think we pretty much covered it all. The Worlds was awesome, or qualifying for the Worlds was amazing. Going to the Worlds is going to be special this Saturday in Toronto. I got the promo right there. Nope, wrong one. Bozo, where'd it go? You know, sometimes I just can't read this fucking small. No, I don't have it. I thought I did. I don't. But yeah, if you want tickets, come and see it. It's this Saturday, downtown Toronto, Skydome Hotel. There it is right there. Hiding on me. November 7th and 8th. We're competing on the 8th. I am in the Pro Championship level at 6 p.m. Tickets $65. If you want to come and have a time, see some hot girls, hot guys, depends on your preference. Yeah, it'll be a time, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a pretty special night. My boy's going to be there, Ty. Brad Kent, as mentioned, he's on his way to Thailand. And I got some great friends coming too. So thank you so much to everyone who supported me through this insane journey and listening to me bitch and moan about it all. It's almost over. I can't wait for it to be over. And yeah, I'm probably going to do it again. We'll see how it goes. But there's a competition in May under the UFE umbrella that I am not under contract, but I paid for 2 competitions through my coach. And well, that'd be the second one. And I might just fly back and do one more to see how it goes and train hard and harder for the next one. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, we'll see what happens. But that's it. Yeah. So if you are interested in getting a Trippin With Bondzee tee, that would be phenomenal. There's the new logo. I had them boxed up here somewhere. I had the picture. I am having such a hard. There they are. Boxed up, ready to go. If you want one, $25. They are of awesome quality. Thank you to my dear friend Ashley Sitko and her company for making them, which I forgot to write down the company name and I currently forget. So sorry, Ashley. We'll drop it again next time. But you know her, you love her, Mafia Ashley. Check her out on Facebook and yeah, support local and get her to make you some shit. All right, super. Hit me up if you want a tee. Jays. Let's get to the Jays real quick. You know what? Absolute devastating heartbreaker. But, and I know there's so many conspiracy theories out there, and the manager should have done this, and he should have done that, he should have planned it. Oh, fuck it. It's amazing how many goddamn armchair baseball manager coaches there are online. Stunning. Especially when your team loses Game 7 of the World Series. Be fucked they got there. You know, be fucked that they won the ALCS, the ALS, the blah, blah, blah. Had one of the greatest seasons in history. And then competed in, arguably, I don't think it's much to argue about, the greatest fucking World Series ever. Ever. It had everything. So much drama, so much hits, back and forth leads, traveling across the country, so many storylines, injuries, pitching. It goes on. And it was incredible to watch every last second of it. And again, man, it sucks. We did not get the outcome we wanted. We were so close. So close. Shout out to the Dodgers, though, especially that Ohtani, holy shit. Greatest baseball player in history, bar none. It's not even an argument either. That Yamamoto or whatever, holy shit. Where the fuck are they making? What are they doing with these guys in Japan? They're breeding some absolute weapons of baseball players over there. Holy mackerel. That Yamamoto came in and absolutely dominated in Game 6. Then he comes back in and closes out Game 7 and pitches 2 and a fucking quarter innings. Or two and a third. Mind-blowing. It sucked. It was so painful to watch. And you know, usually I'll watch the other team celebrate and win, especially Game 7s. It's the end, they win, blah, blah. I couldn't. It hurt to watch the Jays lose in that dramatic fashion in Game 7. Extra innings at home. After coming home with the lead, we just had to win one more. And we blew it. But you know what? It's okay. Because what a hell of a season. What a hell of a team. The camaraderie. Hell of a coaching staff. I love everything about the Toronto Blue Jays. I love watching the broadcast, Buck, and everybody. Man, it was a special season. The playoffs, what a run. To watch them beat the Yankees, then come back, beat Seattle in fine motherfucking fashion, I might add, and then to make it to Game 7 of the World Series against arguably the greatest team in baseball in a long-ass time, the LA Dodgers, who won last year, dominated all season, dominated throughout the entire playoffs, dusted Milwaukee, but pre-leading up to getting to the World Series 4 straight. See you later. Adios. They're a hell of a squad, And then we came out, took the lead. They took it back. And then we took it back. And then they took it back. And that was it. That's all she wrote. Came down to one game. And, we know the outcome. But clicks to the Jays. Round of applause for everybody involved. Vladdy Guerrero, what a goddamn season. My God. October Vladdy was something special. We just haven't seen something like that in so long. Springer, my God, bring that guy back. I don't care what it costs. Bichette, I hope he's coming back. Bieber just announced today he's coming back for another season. He opted in, so that's awesome. Listen, I think we can go on another run for the next year or two. If we can keep a couple more guys that are hitting free agency and we get them back, we got the squad. So we'll see what happens next year. All right. I guess we march on to the Toronto Maple Leafs now, who quite frankly suck. Listen, they still got a winning record, 7-5 and 2 ties. They're playing Utah Mammoth as we speak, and are winning 4-2. 4 minutes left in 4:20 left in the third period, I might add. So go Leafs, go. On that note, I think that's all I got on all the bullshit stuff. Let's play a couple videos. Crazy videos, and then we'll get to the interview with the boys, and then we'll call it a night. All right. What do we got here? Okay, I got some doozy videos here. Buckle up. and enjoy the ride. Now, there's times when you go over to people's houses for dinner and you don't always see what they're preparing, and sometimes they won't really tell you, and you're like, oh, no, just try it. It'll be wonderful. I don't ever want to go to this chick's house for dinner. Watch this.
Oh, hell no. See, that's why you can't eat at everybody's house. Because I don't know what the fuck wrong with this Bugs Bunny ass bitch. Just cut the damn carrot, grandma.
What happened to a knife? I'm not quite sure I've seen anything like it.
Oh, hell no. See, that's why you can't eat at everybody's house. Because I don't know what the fuck wrong with this Bugs Bunny ass bitch. Just cut the damn carrot, grandma.
And speaking of fixing stupid, watch this. This is beautiful.
Hey, big boy. It's showtime. You better saddle up that face for mama.
Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
You have the wrong house.
Bill's not here?
No, you definitely have the wrong house.
Sorry there, sweet.
I am so sorry.
Wrong house.
I'm so sorry.
Shoo now.
Hey, big boy. It's showtime. You better saddle up that face for mama. Hello? Hello?
Saddle up that face for mama.
You have the wrong house.
Bill's not here?
No, you definitely have the wrong house.
While we let's play, I'm gonna mute that, but I'd like to know who the fuck Bill is and where he gets absolute rockets like that coming to his house at 2 a.m. in the morning. Guns are showing, wine, champagne bottle between the legs, just ready to go. Good for you, Bill. I hope she found your house, Buster, because that coug was ready to go. Holy shit balls. Speaking of ready to go, watch this. Because A, super annoying, and B, so many questions here. First and foremost, I have to bring up after that stupid idiot Heidi in the background. Look, I don't know why. I don't know, but it boils my fucking blood to watch that imbecile sit on the stage and look like this so she can fucking get a better look at the fucking people. Deep breath. It really, really, really bothers me. And I don't know why it bothers me so much, but it does. Anyways, back to this insane video that what is going on there, by the way? That's a pretty muscular girl. Looks like a pretty big gap. I don't know. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. It looks like a big gap. And well, Buddy's only got 2 fingers. Now, I'm no physicist, but I don't know. Anyways, moving on. This is one of the greatest videos I've ever seen. Maybe a lesson for all you punks out there, if there's any punks watching.
Your name, soldier? What's your name, soldier? Tell me your name. What's your name, soldier? Yeah, you hear me? What's your name, soldier? What's your name, soldier?
Sergeant Pepper.
What's your name, soldier?
Epic. Speaking of epic, watch this. How?
Holy, that was
It just
close.
snapped. I thought it
You were
was
right
staying
under. You
up.
okay?
Yeah.
All 3 of those
Might even get some rain.
things,
Good. The yard
2 humans and a dog,
Oh my.
could have been instantaneously killed. But the universe had other plans. That goddamn tree was designed and grown up for all these years to fall, and miraculously, when it falls, misses 3 fucking people, 2 people and a dog, simultaneously, and they all live and walk away when they could have been killed. This video is unreal. Wowzers. What do we got next? Speaking of wowzers, I had to watch this. Now so do you. Watch. I think I would have rather watched this mark on the floor, to be honest. What a rendition. Beautiful. Beautiful. Clicks for our buddy there. Whitney Houston, who, my good Lord. What a beauty. Imagine being in the bar next to that guy and he starts fucking belting out Whitney Houston at the top of his lungs. Oh, Lord. Speaking of belting things out, watch this.
What kind of pumpkin did you make?
My pumpkin is my girlfriend.
Oh. Wow. What kind of pumpkin did you make?
My pumpkin is my girlfriend.
Listen, I didn't make this video. I did not. I simply saw it. I found it rather hilarious. And I thought I would share with you.
My girlfriend.
Definitely offside, but watch this. That's what you get for stealing packages. You fat top road. And same goes for you. Fish. How awesome is that? That's one way to stop these punks. How do you go home explaining that to your significant other? Honey, you're not going to believe this. I love it. I love it. Okay, one more before I get the hell out of here. We get to the boys' interview with Harmonies. Now, listen, I'm all for traveling to different countries. Big fan, right? I am also a big fan of trying different foods in different countries. Done it quite often. Don't love it all. Pretty much willing to try anything. But maybe not this. Check this out. Good Lord above. Buddy. Oh, wait. Hold on. There we go. Hold on. It's coming. Pretty sure I'm going to pass on the old human soup, if you will. You know what I'm saying? I feel you, bro. I feel you. Believe me, you. Delicious. You like a little cock cheese with your soup, man? How about some ass stank or some shabiblets? I just don't get it. I'm just gonna get it, you know what I'm saying? And it's a hard no on that. All right. We done did it. We got through the show. Now it's time for this wonderful interview with these two lovely chaps. Really looking forward to this, sharing it with you. Let's get to it. It's the boys from Harmonies. Well, this next video will introduce them. All right, my next guests are awesome. I can't wait to chat with these guys. The lead singer, Rylan, was recently on, but these guys, they hail from Burlington, Ontario. Been around for a minute now. I love these guys and their music. They're Juno nominees, amazing musicians, world travelers, handsome as hell, these fellas, too. Ladies, you're going to love them. It's a pleasure to have Rylan, Whalen, and Danny Lopez from the Harmonies on the show. Boys, welcome.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, nice to meet you. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah. I appreciate you doing this. Rylan, you were obviously just on not too long ago, but, you know, we thought it would be great to come back because last time, you know, you and I got into it about the band and a lot of your personal stuff, and we'll get into all of that again sort of deal. But it's awesome to have you both back on now. We're going to hear a couple live tunes. We're gonna talk about the brand new album that was just released, and we'll get into so much of it. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
So listen, you know, life's good, touring's good. You guys have put out some new music. Everything's going great. So let's sort of rewind a bit. For those who missed the last interview with you, Rylan, you guys you hail out of Burlington, Ontario. You started and have been buddies since, I believe, grade 9 in high school, right? So then Danny moves, you know, and you guys sort of form this real cool bond, and you're making music. But then Danny, unfortunately, I guess, and maybe fortunately in the grand scheme of things, ends up having to move to Buenos Aires with his family. And it took quite a while for you, Rylan, to actually, you know, you saved up a bunch of money and went down there and lived and hung with your buddy and made some incredible music and did busking and played gigs down there. I mean, you guys have come a long way. So Danny, let me talk to you. Like, how cool is it to have, you know, your best friend from high school and stuff make the commitment to come down there and live with you and make music and just live this different life?
Trust me, I'm so grateful for that. I think about that all the time. I still think about the fact that like most people wouldn't have moved to the other side of the world to like continue making music with one person. Because I talk to you about this all the time, and it's like, there's so many people, and we're like, how did like the chances that we decided, well, we did make a promise when I left Burlington, like we're gonna figure this out, we're gonna make music together, but you never like really know, you know. And like once I was actually living in Argentina and I was out of Canada fully, it was like, all right, like let's see what happens. And yeah, I'm super grateful for it. And yeah, I think it was just something that we both really wanted, and like it ended up happening.
Yeah, we just, well, for whatever reason, we've always believed in this project. And like Danny was saying, we really get along really well. We've just always made great music together, and not a lot of people even know what they want to do with their lives. And I think we found it at a really young age, and we've committed ourselves to it for good and for bad. But yeah, it's taken us to some crazy places, and we've met so many fantastic people and made so much great art.
But yeah, it is a very special thing for someone to like continue a project on the other side of the world and like continue making music together. And like everything was kind of,
that's the thing. Yeah, when we were so young back then, and there was a lot, you know, we hadn't achieved the things we've achieved, and back then it was such like just a dream. And I don't know why we dove so hard into it. It's just, I think we're both very intuitive people, and we've just believed in this thing.
Was there an actual turning point in Argentina where you both sort of just looked at each other or had that conversation where you're like, we fucking got it, or if we don't got it, this is what we want to do moving forward, and by golly gee, let's go fucking do it.
Yeah, there was definitely lots of conversations early on, because what happened was when I moved from Burlington, Argentina, I was probably about 16. And Rye made a visit like when I was around 17 or 18, I think. The first time he came to visit for like a month, and we ended up going on all these radio stations, and we ended up getting like a lot of attention in Argentina. And that we looked at each other, we're like, whoa, like that was not happening in Burlington. Also, this is crazy. We don't even know, like we're getting these shows and stuff. So that's when we were like, hey, like if I can't go back, like let's try to stay here and make the best out of it. And I'm trying to remember when it was like the real turning point, when we both were like, I think it might have been during the recording of that album. Like our first album.
Yeah, well, so when we were in high school, and Danny had moved, and so there was like from grade 11 and grade 12 he wasn't there, but we'd stay in contact, and we kind of thought you were going to come back before then.
100%.
So we were trying to get you like under like a student visa and all kinds of things like that, and just none of it worked. So by the time I finished high school, and then I'd already gone and visited, and I was like, gosh, if he's not coming back anytime soon, it's like I might as well go there. So yeah, I talked to you before. I worked for like 6 months at a shitty job, and I saved enough money for a plane ticket and like a couple months of rent, and then
incredible
there went on. But yeah, it was just because Danny couldn't come back, so it was like what else can we do?
Yeah,
and that's kind of what we've always done. It's like no matter where the music takes us, it's like, well, at least
I think that. So to answer the question, it was almost like when Rye came to Buenos Aires, it was almost like, okay, this is gonna be like 1 year, and then we're moving back to Canada. And then the year passed, and like I wasn't able to come back, and then out of nowhere we're getting like more success in the city. So it was almost like this unsaid thing of like, okay, well, I guess we just do this until like you're able to leave. And it took like 5 years.
Yeah.
So like we were kind of stuck there. We did sign with like Warner Brothers with publishing, and started like touring the country and stuff.
Yeah. And added a ton of people into the band. Recorded 2 different albums.
Like a lot happened during the time, but it was always like in this period of waiting to come back to Canada. And there was like a couple years where we weren't even sure if I was going to be able to come back and stuff. And then I finally went through.
And then the last year we were there, we were really working towards coming back to Canada. So we saved up a lot of money. We did this like GoFundMe kind of campaign. We raised some money that way. but yeah, again, yeah, it was always a plan to come back.
Wow, that's such an incredible story, and it truly has worked out for you guys. I mean, how much of that early friendship going back then to now like shows up in the band dynamic and stuff? It's got to be a huge part of it, right?
Yeah, no, like I think when people see us live, one of the most like common like comments they make is like, you guys just like are all your chemistry, the way you guys play together seems like it's like you guys have been doing it forever, and it's like we have. We've been on stages together for like more than half our lives at this point, and like just it's so normal.
So many different performances and like different bars and open mics and festivals.
And not only that, but keep in mind that we've been living together since we're like 19.
That's
It's
true.
been like over 10 years. Living together, making music together, like traveling together. It's like
yeah, the house we live in currently is our 10th place together, me and Danny.
And like they've all been the House of Eases.
Yeah, we always call it the House of Ease.
So now we're in like
that's an incredible fucking testament to your guys' friendship to be able to succeed in living together. Because listen, let's be honest, I've lived with a few people that like some people just don't gel and jive together. You might be great friends and stuff, but you don't travel well and you don't live well together, right? So that's pretty incredible in itself. So you guys moved back from Argentina, you get to Canada, you got this whole music thing going, you get Juno nominated pretty early for, I believe, Band of the Year, right? Or new band?
Yeah, Breakthrough
Brand. That's an incredible feat in itself. And then you guys have just kept forging forward. I mean, let me ask you about your voice, Danny, or sorry, Rylan. What's the biggest challenge coming back from Argentina and finding yourself and your voice and the whole perspective of things and putting it together to form harmonies ultimately?
Yeah, I mean, it was a learning process, but I'd spent so much time in Argentina that I was really, really excited to come back to Canada because there wasn't that language barrier anymore. So I felt like I could actually kind of communicate better to the audience, and I was excited about that. But it was scary, of course, because we were restarting again. We made it pretty hard. Like we were doing pretty well in Argentina. We weren't making a ton of money, but we were playing really big shows. There was definitely like a spot for us there forever, but when we came back to Canada, we had to restart. There was no big shows anymore, and we were starting at these small bars. We didn't really know anyone either.
Yeah,
that was weird. It was weird because we had
must have been weird.
Because we knew what we had to show. Like we knew that we like.
There's a funny thing about that whole first tour we did in Ontario in 2019. Because I remember these shows. It was like. They did like an Ontario tour, and it was just bars and bartenders. No one was at the shows, right? Yeah. And we would show up, and even the owner would be like, "Hey guys," like he'd probably be upset that there's no one there, and he'd be like, "All right, like there's no drink tickets or whatever it was." It'd just be like, "This is it. You get paid $100, whatever it was." We would play for like 3 hours, and it'd be like all these originals and songs that we'd played in Argentina that we used to play in like big festivals. And then like the owners would come out and be like, "Wait, what's going on?" And then they'd be like, "You guys can drink whatever you like. What's going on here?" It's like, "I'm so sorry, I'm only paying you this little." We're like, "It's okay." And they're like, "Who are you? Like, where'd you guys come from?" We're like, "Well, we just moved here." And like, yeah, no one knows us, but like, and I think that's why we were able from like 2020 to 2023 was when we established ourselves. And in 2023, we got a Juno nomination, which is like 3 years of living in Canada. To get to that is insane, but it's only because we were basically like already a band that was established. We just had to start over in a new place.
Yeah, so, we had paid our dues in Argentina, and then we had to essentially pay our dues in Canada.
Yeah, too. Literally from
yeah, like you're saying, like that first tour was pretty defeating. There was a lot of empty crowds,
but it grew quickly. Think about that.
Yeah, it does. But you have to but you got to start from somewhere too. Like you have to play these places a first time anyway. So it's like every time we've gone back to these bars, there's another, more fans, and then the next time we come back, there's more fans.
And like throughout that tour is how we met our manager to this day. Like our manager Johnny Nicasio, he's the lead singer of Walk Off the Earth. He actually found us through like these like small little show in Hamilton. Like one of his friends was at. So like you never know. That's one of the things about these small shows that sometimes it's like you're out there and you're like, wow, there's nobody here, but you don't know who's actually there. And also a good time to just like practice, and we usually use those shows as like, all right guys, let's just go crazy and have fun, like because it's not, there's no pressure.
And also it's like sometimes those nights make for the best stories too. We just have some like moments that in the moment we're like, what the hell, like, but you laugh about it now. So
for sure, it's such an incredible experience, and like can be awesome but can be humbling, and like the music industry is tough, and like you say, you come from one country, come back here and start again, and it's like, well, holy shit, like it's a whole new ball game. Have you guys as Harmonies been back to Argentina to perform for fans down there?
Not yet. I haven't even been back. Danny went back a couple times.
Yeah, it's crazy when I go back, like yeah, I just can't wait for us to be able to perform. Because so many people like will stop me in the street and be like, oh, Harmonies is here, you guys play. And I'm like, no, it's just me, like we're gonna make it happen. And they're like, please play a show here.
Gotta be an exciting time for sure. Damn. Let's talk about the new album. You guys must be so pumped about it. The new album, the new single, they're both called Afterlife. Such a great song. How would you describe it, the sound and everything, compared to previous records and sounds that you guys have had before?
So like the record itself, like Afterlife, the whole album, is that what you mean?
Yeah, well, yeah. And then the song itself too. Is there like the whole concept of it? Like how did it
For sure. So these songs, this is like something about these songs is that we've spent over the last like 2-3 years working on most of these songs. It all like started around 2022, 2023 during like the Juno nomination, all that. Like we started writing a bunch of songs. Like there's like a lot more than what we released. And then over this last couple of years, there's been a lot of changes in the band and dynamics. After the Juno thing, we like cut ties with the label we were working with, and there's just been some changes in the band. So we spent some time being like, all right, what are we gonna do for this next record? And we decided to like basically self-produce it. And I think this record ties in like a lot of like our sound from Argentina, a lot of like the whimsical, like kind of dark side that we have, which is like the harm side of our band, and it ties in with the ease. Like I feel like this record really represents like a more mature sound of what we're still always looking and like searching, but we've like found a sound that over the last 5 years of living in Canada, keeping all that in mind / keeping in mind all the things we learned in Argentina, I think we like honed in all that for this record, and that's how I feel.
Yeah, I agree. Sonically, like on a production level, yeah, we stepped it up, and I think that's where we lacked a bit on our earlier records. It was, we had the passion, and a lot of the songwriting was great, but it was just not always produced in the best atmosphere or just very professionally. But you're right. I think we went through a lot of like just crazy things. Yeah, like we cut ties with our ex label, and before that, like we were working with them heavily and kind of doing what they kind of wanted us to do, and going in a certain direction because they were funding it. And I think we just lost sight of what we wanted to do as well. And everything just came to a halt at the end of the Junos. We had a huge fight with our label and cut ties with them. They were super embarrassing that night. They made a huge scene. Yeah. So after that, we pretty much had to start fresh. We had to self-produce it. And it took so long because we had to fund it ourselves. We had no more funding from this label. And again, yeah, we had some deaths. There was some addiction stuff. There was some infighting stuff. There was just so much going on. And I think we really wanted to make it like an exciting, happy record. And we really wanted to put it out quicker. And then it just got dragged along for so long. And instead of trying to
make it something
that it wasn't, we leaned into
what it was.
These darker kind of feelings, this more vulnerable storytelling.
It is like a very serious record.
It is, and there are definitely some darker undertones, but there's a lot of themes of hope and resilience, and
like taking back the power kind of thing.
Yeah, and more than anything, just surviving these traumatic things that happen to you in your life, and these relationships and addictions and stuff like that, and becoming stronger because of it in the long run. and seeing the bigger picture. But
that's kind of like the message of the afterlife when we say it's like, instead of it being like this dark thing, it's almost like the light that comes after, and like what you make of these kind of dark moments it's like the afterlife for us. So you can look at it in like as much as it's this dark thing, it's like harmonies in my mind. It's like harmonies has like, if there's harm and there's ease, it's the balance of life, and it's like the afterlife is almost like the ease in my head.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, it's
and
like after the harm, like we made it through.
We've always had these struggles, whether it was dealing with immigration or
life's hard.
Life's hard, but it's like we've always, me and Danny have always agreed. It's like it's about making the best out of a bad situation, and using these hard things in your life and using them as fuel to push yourself to make great things and make great art and connect with people.
It must be so much more satisfying ultimately in the end to make this record on your own terms, on your own dime, everything, and be in control. That must feel so special and awesome to you guys, right?
100%.
Yeah, it definitely made it special because like, I mean, we self-produced a lot of it. Like we wrote all the songs, but we had like 3 different producers on it, including us. I mean, we had John Angus of the Trues,
of course, yeah.
Colin Angus actually wrote one of the songs with us that we recorded. Miles Ehrlich produced a couple of songs. He's a fantastic producer. Jonathan Karkar produced a few of the tracks. So there's just so much talent on the record.
Alex
Emmerich, I'm sorry, yes.
There's a lot of people on the record, which I remember thinking like it was super cool, the fact that like all the songs got worked on by different producers, and it all comes from like us obviously, but then from there we get like a second perspective on the song. And like all these songs, like you said, it was really special being able to be like, all right, it's on our terms. Like I have my own studio here in Toronto where I work with different artists, so we just like would book sessions in my studio and we just work from at our own times. And like it's pretty cool, like keeping in mind everything we've learned through working with big producers and going to big studios, but like bringing that into our like world. And I think from there we were able to like come up with these records sound like they're recorded in like a big proper studio, but we did it ourselves. So
awesome. And I think like as we were writing the record, we couldn't really see the bigger picture of what it was becoming. And that's the thing. Yeah, we produced a lot of it in the first year with a different producer, and then we moved on to another producer. So there's different increments of time when we're recording this, and different parts of the album almost. And as it came together, it became this product that it is now. And it's just cool, how we puzzle pieced it together almost, and our friends came together and helped us get it out. So it's a special album. We're really proud of it.
Awesome. Well, listen, you guys are going to play us a couple songs tonight. Let's get to the first one. It's off the new album. What are you going to play us?
Sure. We're going to play Puppeteer.
Awesome. All right. This is Rylan, Danny from Harmonies, Burlington, Ontario. They're going to play us a new song off the new album. Here we go.
All right. Let's try it. She to my eyes told me 99 lies and 1 truth. So I'm gonna sing while she's pulling on my strings. I got proof, but I'll never show it. Will I ever escape? I doubt it. I wanna scream and shout it, make a big fuss about it, but every time I'm a victim of your crime, and I'm all about it. So wait a second here, I'm a puppeteer, forever under your control. I got much better shit to do than fuck around with you. I'm taking back my very soul. Looking through your thin fun mirror, I see it now, it's crystal clear. I won't shed a tear. Wait a second here, I'm a puppeteer. She. Oh shit. She looked at my eyes, told me 99 lies, 1 truth. So I'm gonna sing while she's pulling on my strings with dark proof, but I'll never show it. Will I ever escape? I doubt it. I wanna scream and shout it, make a big fuss about it, but every time I'm a victim of your crime, and I'm all about it. So wait a second here, I'm a puppeteer, forever under your control. I got much better shit to do than fuck around with you. I'm taking back my very soul.
Looking through your thin veneer, I see it now, it's crystal clear. I won't shed a tear. Wait a second here, you know I'm a puppeteer. No, no. So wait a second here, you know I'm a puppeteer. Forever under your control. I got much better shit to do than fuck around with you. I'm taking back my very soul. Looking through your thin veneer, I see it now, it's crystal clear. I won't shed a tear. Wait a second here, you know I'm a puppeteer. No, no, no,
Awesome, boys. Well done. Danny, you're killer on that guitar. How long you been playing? When did you pick that thing up?
I was probably about like 10 or 11 when I started playing guitar. Like, started playing my first shows when I was like 12, 13.
Crazy. Was it in your family? Did your parents play, or was it something you just took up on your own?
Honestly, my brother's like best friend would come over and he'd bring a guitar and I'd be like, whoa, that's so cool. And then he started showing me a couple of things. He was like a really big Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. And then my brother took me to like a Chili Peppers show when I was like 11, my first show. And I was like just hooked and I was like, I need to do this. And as soon as I learned like 3 chords on an acoustic, instead of like learning another 3, I was like, let's write a song. Like, the first thing was like, I just want to write songs. And I started just like, I was in a band right away when I was like 12. Like, I barely knew how to play guitar, but I was already in a band. And then I kind of like learned how to play while being in bands always. And I feel like me and you, a bunch of are like, the way we learned how to songwrite and to like play together was by just making a band, and like writing and playing for people.
Because I mean, I think that's what, like, when we were young, and that's what inspired us. We just saw these other bands from the 60s and 70s or the 80s and 90s, and we're like, that's really cool. We want to write songs, and exactly, I did the same thing. I think I learned the first 2 chords I learned were E minor and A7, I think, and just 2 back and forth, the same chord. Whole song, and I wrote a song. But that's how you go. You kind of learn as you're going along, and so many other people that you write with and perform with teach you along the way as well.
What's your guys' dynamic? Like, Danny, do you bring riffs to Rylan, or does Rylan bring lyrics to you and you put it, or is it a mixture of both and it just depends on the day or the week?
So yeah, it really, there's not a real formula. Like, I guess the most common ones are either I come up with like this instrumental part and I'm like, hey, like, what do you think about this? And he's like, oh, I really liked it. Like, send it to me. I'll think about some stuff. And he writes on top of it. Or Rye will come to me with like already like some sort of progression and he's singing like the verse and I'll be like, oh, let's do the chorus, and I'll come up with a new part and then like add stuff to it. Or we might just be like, we've written songs where I'm just in the other side of the room like playing something and he's humming on the other side and he's like, whoa, do that again, and then comes in and on. So it's all over.
Yeah, and nowadays, the rest of the guys in the band have great ideas too and write great songs. So John comes up with all kinds of great riffs that we've written songs to, and he's got awesome lyrics as well, and as well as Alex too. Alex is a great producer. He's come up with a lot of great stuff, especially on this last record. He produced a lot of good stuff.
Amazing. It's so beautiful how music comes together, like a song at the end of the day formed with maybe a hum in your ear, Rylan, or a lick or a riff from Danny, and you just come together and it starts as this tiny little seed, and then
it's
you got a song and an album.
It's beautiful. It's honestly crazy. If you like, sometimes you'll hear like a voice note or something from a song that's like done but was being written, and it's like, and it's more, it's like its pure version of it. When it was first being written, like Rye maybe had like a phone recording of something and you hear it and you're like, whoa, how did that little thing that was just an idea turn into this massive song? And then some of those songs can change your life forever. Like, we had a song like Cut Me Loose that was top 10 on Billboard Canada and stuff. It was just a song. We had no idea. It was just one of the other songs. And then suddenly it was like, this one is big. And we're like, whoa. Like,
I don't know. Sometimes you just got to try to catch lightning in a bottle. I think there's, you just got to stay open to it and stay creative, whether, you're writing new songs on a voice note, or you're just scribbling something in a notebook that you carry along with you. You just gotta push yourself to stay creative and inspired, I think.
Awesome. What ultimately do you guys want your fans to, or listeners to take home from your music? Be it old, new, and ultimately you must always be growing. And does what people really think and care about ultimately sort of get into your mind thought of making the music, or do you just make music sort of hoping people just love it and it resonates with them?
That's the hope.
Yeah. It's like, I think we do make music that we love and we hope people also love. We do try to keep in mind like what people listen to, but it's also really hard when you have so many musicians in a band and people's different like likings and stuff. So we just kind of do stuff that we all like as a group. And if we like it, we're like, well, maybe someone else will like it.
For sure. And it's a bit of a democracy at the end of the day too, because it's like not everything we write will make it to the band or on record, and that's just fine. It's like not every song matches the bigger picture.
Exactly.
So sometimes you got to be I don't know, you just got to be realistic about it. Not every song is a passion project, and it's a bit I think you really do have to, at the end of the day, make yourself happy, because if you do put out something that you just generally don't like or you don't believe in, I think that can kind of eat at you for a while, especially if it blows up and it becomes really big.
No, for sure. And I think like the first question you asked about like what we want people to take from listening to us, like I think like one of the main things, which is a common theme in all of our music and in harmonies in general, is that like, and we mentioned it earlier, it's about like making the best out of bad situations and like overcoming things and like persevering in life and stuff. And I think that's something that is like the message of harmony, is like when you're listening, is that like you're gonna have mixed emotions in life, you're gonna be sad, you're gonna be happy, but it's this balance, right? And that's like the main thing about our music, is that like there's sad songs or happy songs, but it's like a mixture of emotions of life and trying to like make the best of it, you know?
And it's definitely, it's universal too. It's like we're all from different places, and that makes us special, but it also shouldn't matter at all. And sometimes it's held us back, and it's separated us, which is a shame. And I think the music we make has transcended borders and taken us to some really crazy places that otherwise wouldn't have. So I just think music is just this beautiful thing that brings people together and inspires people. I think we can add to that.
For sure. You guys do it so well. Hey, listen, let's have a quick look at you guys in action. I had some mutual friends of ours, David and Amelia, sent me some clips from your shows this past weekend. Let's have a look. Get it. I love it. Like the energy on stage and stuff that you guys bring. The shows this past last weekend, you played in Hamilton and you played at Lee's Palace in Toronto. Those are pretty special and good times. We sort of chatted about it pre-interview here, how you had to compete with the Blue Jays a little bit, but still great times and great album release party shows, right?
No, obviously it was awesome, and like the fact that people were there, even though the Jays games were happening, was epic.
Oh yeah, it just shows how much people do love you, the ones that did show up. But that's the thing. I'm a little bummed that the Jays. I'm super bummed the Jays didn't win, but I'm not mad that the Jays were in the World Series and it conflicted with our show. Like that's great for the Jays.
Yeah.
I mean, in hindsight, like if we had known, we probably wouldn't have done it on those dates. But that's the thing. We had a lot of fun, and it was the first time playing a lot of these songs, so it was a good test run for us. And
For sure.
It was a whole new.
And it was Halloween. That's always a good time. Sorry to cut you off, Danny.
No. I was just saying that it was like a whole new show for us. So like we had rehearsed this whole new set. We were trying out new things, and we took a bunch of songs out, put new songs in. So it was fun playing them. And like honestly, even though it wasn't packed, it was a good show in itself. So like at least the show and the vision that we had like was like fulfilled live, and we were able to do it. So I know that that's gonna translate better when it's like a packed crowd and all that.
For sure.
Yeah. If anything, you know, we got to work out some of the bugs, and hopefully next time there's a bigger crowd and we won't.
There was someone at the
we'll
show. There was actually someone at the show that had never been to like a rock show before. Like it was their first show ever, right? Yeah. And I remember being like, wow, that's so special that you're here. And then she like after the show was like, I can't wait to go to more rock shows, and like I love this, and she's been listening to Harmony. So I did think, wow, like the fact that like at least even though like one person, it doesn't matter, but one person there was like, wow, I love this, and I'm gonna always go to your shows. Is special. And like you have to always remember that. Like it's what I said from the beginning. Like even if it's
like
not
you never know who's there.
Yeah, just play the show, give it your all, and like you don't know who's like who needs to hear that day, or someone was crying at the show and stuff. Like there was like a lot of special things, even though it was a big day for Canada and the Jays, so like I understand people were busy, but
it can really mean a lot to someone. And there's been plenty of times where it's like we have a show and I'm not in the best mood or something, and I'm like, I don't want to play or anything, and then we play and I feel a lot better about myself, and then someone comes out to me and tells me how great it was and it made their night. I'm like, I mean that's worth it.
That's what it's all about.
It's bigger than yourself.
Yeah,
the whole thing is,
we've
this whole band is we've always seen it as something that's bigger than ourselves. And you just gotta kind of serve it. You gotta add to it.
It's awesome. You guys got a really busy weekend coming ahead. So we just played 2 shows. Then you got Montreal, Ottawa, and then let me see if I get this correct. You guys are playing in Ottawa Saturday night, driving to Hamilton to play at the CFL show on Sunday afternoon. Is that correct?
No.
Okay.
It would have been Montreal, Ottawa, Kingston, right?
Yeah. We wouldn't go back to Montreal.
No, and we wouldn't go. Like it would start at Montreal. Yeah, Hamilton happened already, so Hamilton wouldn't be part of the next run.
Yeah, but I thought I saw something online today when I was doing some research on you guys that you guys are playing at the Hamilton Ticats Alouette show. There was some promo for it on Ticketmaster.
If we are,
really,
that would be great. Super epic.
Oh shit! I wish I would have put up the screenshot of it, but and I did have it earlier, and I was like, I don't need to show it, but that's
so
hilarious.
I have no idea. Maybe we haven't.
So if you go to Harmonies on Ticketmaster, it shows you guys playing at the Hamilton Ticat game on Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m.
No way.
I mean,
and I thought it was so crazy that you'd be going from Ottawa to Hamilton and then back up to Kingston to play.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was the game's on the Saturday, so it would have been Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or something. I don't know, but at least you're not doing that, because that sounds like crazy driving and a lot of miles for, sort of a quick show in Hamilton.
Play the halftime show at the Ticats game.
That would be epic.
That's an attainable goal. I think we'll do that one day.
Hey, for sure. Why not, right? Well, we just put it out to the universe, so it's going to happen.
We just did, yeah, right?
Absolutely. Well, listen, guys, congrats on everything, the new album. Thanks so much for doing this. I wish you nothing but the best moving forward. And listen, I think the future's bright for you guys. You know it, and you got a lot of great fans and some great following, and it's growing every single show. Like I've heard from so many people this past year alone, how fucking awesome you guys are live and how great your music is and stuff. So congrats on that. And again, best of luck moving forward. Good luck with this album and subsequently all the new music that you put out moving forward.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that means a lot.
And if you ever want to come down and play the guitar and sing some songs in Nicaragua, boys, you're always welcome to come stay at my house.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that sounds
super
cool. Yeah, our manager has a house in Costa Rica.
Okay, not too far away.
Maybe we'll do a little Central America
tour. That'd be sweet.
Absolutely. We're 35 minutes from the border of Costa Rica, so
that's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, you guys are going to play us one more song before you go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. What are we going to play for us?
Long time coming.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. This one's pretty hard to sing, so I might have to stand up.
All right, let's do it. Rylan, Whalen. It's Danny Lopez. It's Harmonies, and here they are in Trippin With Bondzee. Let's go.
I want to know something new. So line them up and let's pour a few. The rising tide, the crescent moon, the past die, and the future soon. I think you see it changing in the wind. What you gonna do? Hold on for dear life, 'cause there's a heartbreak coming. Hold on for dear life. It's been a long time coming. Raise up your hands, show how you stand. 'Cause there's a heartbreak coming. Hold on for dear life. It's been a long time coming. Bottoms up, we're making moves. We pay the price, and we'll push it through. The dead of night, the lonely view, the fleeting light that's about you. I think you see it changing in the wind. What you gonna do? Hold on for dear life, 'cause there's a heartbreak coming. Hold on for dear life. It's been a long time coming. Raise up your hands, show how you stand. 'Cause there's a heartbreak coming. Hold on for dear life. It's been a long time coming. All of me, all of you seems to crumble to the ocean. Yeah, we're all the same, just trying to keep a moment rolling. Oh, yeah. Hold on for dear life, 'cause there's a heartbreak coming. Hold on for dear life. It's been a long time coming. Raise up your hands, show how you stand. 'Cause there's a heartbreak coming. Hold on for dear life. It's been a long time coming.
Sick, buddy. Way to go. Wow. What a powerful
Yeah, that was
voice.
hard to do.
Yeah, no doubt. It sounded amazing. Rylan, Danny, you guys have been through so much together. Long journey, the relocation, the music evolution, and now sobriety for you, Rylan. Congratulations on 1 year, by the way.
Thank
That is
you.
so
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah.
It's more than anything, it's been huge for my mental health. My relationship with my friends and my girlfriend and my family and myself is just so much better. And I feel like myself again, and I kind of forgot that side of myself and a lot of these things. So yeah, I'm just really grateful to be where I am, and like you said, yeah, the future's bright, and I got a lot of hope for myself and for Danny and the whole band.
Yeah,
and you,
We're super proud of him, like super proud.
Yeah, no doubt. Listen, it's not an easy thing to do, and listen, especially in the industry you're in, it sort of goes hand in hand. You drink, you party, you play some music, you have a good fucking time, like, you know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It's just
yeah,
it's the recipe.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
so good for you for pulling off. Even 1 year is a huge feat in the industry you're in and everything. So congrats again, man. You know, pretty special. Listen, boys, I think that's it. I've kept you so long. I so appreciate your time. You guys are the real deal, and I love your sound. You guys are wonderful gentlemen. Rylan, we've really connected recently, and Danny, we just met tonight, but it's a real pleasure to have you guys on the show and chat music and the band and life and everything. And you make great music, so the people can follow you. Make sure you follow them on the socials. It's at Rylan Whalen, at Danny L234, and at Harmonies. The new album's out. It's called Afterlife. You guys are the shit, man. Thank you so much.
It was honestly really nice talking to you. Like, your energy is really great, and like it was a really fun interview to do. So yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thanks
We're
so much,
gonna play another clip on the way out of here. But again, boys, have a wonderful rest of the tour. Good luck with the new album. And well, fuck, we're a month and a bit from Christmas, so I guess have a great Christmas, and I hope to see you in Nicaragua.
Yeah, happy holidays.
All right, it's Harmonies, boys. It's Danny. It's Rylan. You guys take care.
Take care.
See you, buddy.
Hold on. Let me do this. Sorry. There we go. And that's that. How you doing? Huge thanks again to the boys for taking the time to join me today. Both tunes absolutely killed. Great voice, great guitars. The boys got the look too, don't they? Handsome as shit. They just look like awesome rock star musician dudes. And I love it. Go check them out. All this on the platforms. Like I said, I mentioned their socials. And go stream the hell out of them. And if you have a chance, go see them live. You won't be disappointed. On that note, speaking of disappointment, I can't wait for the Worlds this weekend. I got one more day to work out tomorrow. Rest day Friday. It's on Saturday. And then we're going to take some downtime. We're going to take some Gregory time. And we got to get this hernia fixed, which is really wild to think that I'm going to have it fixed in Nicaragua. And that would freak some people out. Definitely doesn't freak me out. Beautiful state-of-the-art, fucking amazing hospital in the capital of Managua. And a good buddy of mine's dad is an eye surgeon, and he knows the right people, and I'll be properly taken care of. Because ultimately, listen, if you get it done at the hospital here, yeah, it's free, but they don't do it properly. They put mesh on it, and I've always heard, don't get the mesh, don't get the mesh. You're supposed to go to Shouldice, get it done there, cost you $1,000 or so. And so I thought at the end of the day, by the time I fly back here, Shouldice, pay for that fucking, I'm just going to pay to get it done down there. We'll get it taken care of soon, sooner or later, I hope. And yeah, that's that. Big weekend coming up. Can't wait to tell you how the Worlds went. And listen, I don't even care if I come last in the transformation category because I already win. You know, getting to train as hard as I did and teach myself that I've got insane amount of discipline in me that I never knew I had and dedication. You know, being at parties and not being able to eat the food or just so many things that I missed out on. But ultimately it was for an awesome thing that I proved to myself that I can literally do anything. And I'm super proud of it. Getting on that stage was a mind-numbing experience and feeling. And one that I'm looking forward to again one more time on Saturday night, and then we'll see what happens from there. And then we're off to Nicaragua at some point. I got to get a new flight. We'll figure it all out. Until then, stay warm. It's fucking getting cold out here. And I hope it doesn't snow before I go. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to deal with it, and I don't want it to get any colder. But it is. So stay warm, stay safe. Huge thanks to everybody for tuning in to this stupid podcast called Trippin With Bondzee. We have a good time though, don't we? And if you don't, well, it's your own fault. Don't watch. Super thanks again to the boys, Rylan, Whalen. We had Danny Lopez. They are harmonies. They are badass. They're from Burlington, and they're on tour, and they'll continue to go on tour and make great music. And go check them out. Okay, super. Hope you enjoyed the show. That's it. That's all. It's over. Toodaloo. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Don't trip. You're fine. We'll get through this crazy life together. Okay. Bondzee Live and Trippin With Bondzee. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And that's it. That's all. Gotta go. Bye.
What was that?
That was very strange.
It was very weird.
Peculiar.
It was kind of amusing.
Yes, it was rather funny.
It was incredibly funny.
I loved it.
Hilarious.
Next to go, I check the line.
Yeah.